Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
Hey guys, it's Kiyara and welcome back to my channel. So it's been about like a month since I've uploaded a video, and I just kind of want this first video kind of back on my channel to be things I wish I knew before going to college now that I'm living the post-grad life. So I got a little list on my iPad. So on my little list, I'm basically just gonna be telling you guys like things I wish I knew before going to college, tips and tricks, stuff like that. The first one I'm gonna start off. Internships matter. One thing going out of college that I will say would help you a lot is getting that internship and apply early. Even if you are a sophomore and you thinking you gotta go and have a cool little summer, no, find an internship. Get that experience under your belt, okay? Because when you have that experience, you can then put them on your resume. Once you graduate from college with your bachelor's degree, there are gonna be tons of jobs out there, right? But when you start really deep diving into those jobs and kind of seeing like what they require at least 1 to 2 years experience, whatever your degree is. You're looking for someone who has some work-life experience. And now I know you're probably thinking, well, that's kind of backwards because if I'm in college going to school, how am I gonna gain that experience? But that is exactly why you do these internships. And the deadlines will definitely creep up on you. I know for senior year, sometimes they have you do an internship. Like for me, I had an internship my senior year, but it's best to get ahead of the curve. Maybe your junior year summer, like that's probably the easiest way to try to secure internship is over the summer. My thing is definitely get an internship that is also geared towards your major and what you want to do post-grad. Okay, that is very important because you want to make sure that the internship you do secure, you have the experience and the skills that you can add onto your resume. So tip 2 is your soft skills or your power skills. So whether that is communication, teamwork, your emotional intelligence, your leadership, those types of skills, you want to really get those under your belt. And one way to do that, join at least one club that your school offers. It could be anything that really interests you, because one thing about these clubs and stuff, once you get into like a club or an organization, 9 times out of 10 the organization is going to have a chain of command. Now a chain of command is basically like a board. So your executive board, so you got your president, communications, Once you get into those roles, you could then also try to expand your leadership so you can gain those soft skills as well. So I'm gonna also just say with number 3, step out your comfort zone. I cannot stress this enough. Let me tell you, when I went to college, my freshman year, obviously I did take a year to kind of like be back and see what I really wanted to do. And by my sophomore year, I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do, and and it just took off running. But you want to make sure you are stepping out your comfort zone. You don't want to be the one who just keeps going back to their room, not really doing nothing. It could be as simple as joining a chess club, something that interests you, but at least you're out there. At least you're getting out your room, and then you can step into those leadership roles that can give you those soft skills as well. Number 4, your professors. Your professors, faculty, staff, they are your biggest allies, okay? Get in good graces with them. And I know you probably hear this a lot. Oh, you gotta build relationship with your professors. It's true, okay? You wanna make sure that people know your name. You wanna make sure that people know you. 1 to 3 professors, that's the golden number. At least 3, okay? At least 3. Not just 2, 3. Because when I tell you, if you apply to anything else, you're gonna need a reference. Even if you wanna continue your education and go get your master's, reference. You have to have these professors, faculty, staff, you name it, to know you, because they really are going to be the ones to advocate for you and so you can continue to grow post-grad life. So you don't got to do it freshman year, but as you're getting up there, start thinking, okay, maybe I need to lock in and kind of start putting myself out there more. 5, start learning how to budget early. When you start to learn how to budget, get familiar with how your loans work, okay? You don't want to be in a ton of debt. And I know sometimes things are inevitable where you do have to take out a loan, but just be mindful of how much you are taking. You don't want to also overtake, and of course you don't want to undertake, but you don't want to overtake because guess what? As soon as you graduate, you have about 6 months. They give you 6 months to wait. No, you don't have to repay it. But then once them 6 months are up, if you don't go back to school, you're gonna have to repay them loans, okay? You're gonna have to start paying it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and also skip to number 6. It is okay to still be figuring things out. Get out of college, you may or may not have a job. That's just how life is, honestly. Promise, truly, it's okay. But you still have to just be mindful of that happening. You don't have to have everything figured out yet. Now, that doesn't mean sit on your butt and not do nothing. So this also goes into if you're still continuing in college, whether you're going to your sophomore, junior, freshman, whatever, you don't have to have everything mapped out. Now, I'm gonna say this though, by senior year, try to at least have what you want to do mapped out. Your aspirations can change, your major can change, not too much though, but it is okay because you have to realize in this season you are still evolving, you are still growing as a human being and as an adult. It is okay to change aspirations. It is okay to change career paths. It is okay. I think I'm at number 7. Yeah. Number 7, get comfortable with being alone. Now I know I said step out your comfort zone, which can very much lead to newfound friendships, meeting new peers, but at the end of the day, you're always going to have yourself. Literally. Now, yes, your friends are going to be there and all that, but all of this is to say, whether you're eating by yourself, studying, even if you want to go to an event or something that's happening on your campus, and let's say your friends are taking a nap, they got schoolwork they got to focus on, they got sports, they got this, and you're kind of just waiting, well, I need someone to go with me. No, you don't. I promise you, you really don't. You can go out and adventure. Now, maybe scary at first, but getting comfortable with being alone and doing things for the betterment of yourself really would benefit you in the end. Number 8, I'm gonna say start building your brand early. Now listen, I'm gonna just be transparent. If there's one thing I really wish I did was start my LinkedIn very early. Okay, it could be LinkedIn, it could be your portfolio, whatever that can showcase you, start it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I did start my LinkedIn like senior year, which is fine, but it takes time to build connections, which leads into number 9. We're gonna do those together. So when you build connections, networking, oh my gosh, it is very important to network. Mind you, you can have all the skills in the world and all this, but like I said, if there's no one there to advocate for you, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get to where you're trying to achieve. Now, I'm not saying you gotta know everybody in the planet, okay? But it's always nice to just know that someone, if you enter a room, someone will be able to know, oh, I know who that is, and it would just make the experience a lot more comfortable as well. So when you start building your brand too, it's also like building like your presence, how you perceive yourself, what you look like, okay? You don't want to be the one who's like all raggedy and stuff in freshman year, okay? Maybe freshman people can get a pass, but like sophomore and up, you want to start kind of turning, okay? You don't gotta dress in like suits and dresses every day, but it's also like you want to just make sure that you look presentable too. Start building your brand, start getting comfortable with telling people your name and who you are and what you stand for, because that's what you have to do when you want to network and enter those rooms and spaces that, you know, make the big money, okay? I think we're on number 10. Friendships do change. You will outgrow people, and it's okay. Okay? It is a-okay to outgrow somebody. Remember, we are all growing as people. Someone may just not align with who you are as a person anymore, and that is okay. If it happens naturally, it's okay. Don't force nothing that you low-key feel like is not benefiting you in the long run, because 9 times out of 10 it is not benefiting you, and you're not gonna miss out on nothing. I think I'm gonna wrap it up on number 11. College is short. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, I'm just a freshman. Then you'll be, oh, I'm just a sophomore. Then it's, oh, I'm a junior. Then boom, you're a senior about to graduate. When I tell you, those 4 years literally do go by in literally a flash, okay? College is short. Make it worthwhile. Be intentional with your time and experiences, and don't slack off. Keep your grades up. I promise, your grade and your GPA are so important, okay? You think you have time to turn it around? You probably do, but it's not as much time as you think. College is short. Make it worthwhile. Make friends, make new experiences, and also just be intentional. You want to make sure that you're just doing everything right for your future and your path. It doesn't have to look clear to anybody else but you. Legit. I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little things I wish I knew and plus tips or tricks for college, post-grad life. Hopefully this video brought you some good advice, new advice, reassurance, whatever the case may be. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos coming. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
High volume. Am I really that much?